So today with us on Stewart Talk, we have with us a dual sport athlete, academic athlete, standout, one who's walking in his purpose on purpose, and that's what we do on Stewart Talk. We walk in our purpose on purpose. Tell us who we have with us today.
I'm JJ Badiuk. I'm a freshman at Southview High School, and I play baseball and football.
Yeah, how you doing today? Man, it's been a journey. I've been following you from afar, just seeing, you are excelling in school. Your grades is off the charts, your leadership, your work ethic. Man, where did all this start? Like, how old were you when you first started playing sports, and what was the first sport you started playing?
So I was, I think, 5 years old going into kindergarten when I had my first season of t-ball, and then from there I went to basketball and then football eventually.
Okay. So what made you stick it out with football and baseball? Did that stick? Did you just leave basketball alone? Was it a conflict?
So I originally, well, my favorite sport used to be basketball, but then as like the years went on, I kind of really started to fall in love with baseball and football, and basketball just kind of started to drift away from me, I guess. So I stuck with baseball and football, and then this year I decided to drop basketball because schedules get tight in high school and stuff.
Yeah, and that's why I asked because I previously played multiple sports and I know it could be conflicting, but to see you do it and see you excel and not let it affect your grades, that's, everything. What is your advice for young kids just looking to play multiple sports and play it consistently while keeping their grades up?
I think it's really about like balance. You're a student athlete, so student always comes first. So, if you got like projects to do or homework, you gotta make sure you're able to get that done before you're making sure that you're getting to your sports and stuff. But obviously, you always want to be able to get to as much stuff as possible. So you gotta be well organized and like balance your time well.
Yeah, yeah. What position do you play in baseball and what do you love most about baseball?
I'm a first baseman, and what really started to make me love baseball a lot was actually in my seventh grade year. I had a really good season of hitting, and so after that, like I don't know, hitting the ball and running the bases and stuff, that really became like the highlight of the sport for me.
Yeah. What position do you play in football and what do you most love about football?
I play linebacker right now, and I just like I don't know. I guess like the camaraderie and the hard work that has to go into football and like the grind, I guess, of making sure you're in shape and conditioned enough to play. It really makes me like, I don't know, it gives me like a sense of fulfillment to know that I'm working hard and doing something that I love.
Yeah, so you with the hitters. See, I played offense. I didn't play defense. You with the hit team, hit
Yeah.
squad. Can you share a challenging situation you faced as a dual sport athlete and how did you overcome it?
Um, I think definitely like having to balance my time, like I said earlier, with like school and stuff and doing honors classes and all that. You get like a lot more homework and all that. And it can get stressful at times when you've got to go to practice and then come home and do all your homework. But I think that's probably the biggest challenge. Yeah, is just making sure I can get everything done.
Yeah, so do you have teammates that come to you being that you're such a, stud in academics that want you to help them with their work? Are they scared to ask you? Like, how does that work?
I mean, I've never really had anyone ask me for help for work though. But I mean, if they ever did, I'd be happy to help. But I don't know.
Yeah, what type of leader do you think you are? Do you lead with your actions or do you lead with your voice? Do you get everybody together or you just lead with your play?
I think kind of depends. Like sometimes when we're like feeling down, I've got to be the one that's like got to stay positive and uplift people. But and then other times when it's like we're just having a good game, I don't have to do as much or even really do anything at all, and we all kind of come together and just play as a unit.
Yeah. How is it? Because on this is just what I wanted to ask, with you being a dual sports. Now I know what position you play. So being on defense, you got to be tenacious, you got to be nasty, you got to be strong, you got to be intense. But baseball, you need concentration while you're on that, on that mound, even stretching out, catching the plays. How are you able to adapt and switch it and turn it off and on?
I mean, I think it's just kind of like in between sports. For baseball, I'm more like locked in on that concentration aspect and trying to stay focused. Whereas in football, I'm just go for it, you know?
Yeah. How is it maintaining a 4.25 GPA? That's right, 4.25?
Yeah.
How is it maintaining that? And how long have you had that 4.0 or above?
So pretty much my entire school career, actually, I've kept pretty good A's my entire life. And I mean, I think it's just hard work, you know, like I always do my work, I always get everything done, and I do my best not to like slack off ever, even when it gets tough. So I always just stick with it.
Yeah, and that helps with your grades being good because I always tell all the kids if your grades good, that give you a better chance in picking and choosing what schools to go to. Even if you don't get a scholarship, you don't have none money to play. You can walk on. You're gonna be on the team. Like that helps make stuff easy by having it, but being consistently. So I just want to big you up and give you props for being a great student athlete because that ain't easy to do. Especially now, you got social media, you got being a young teenager, you got sports, you got life, but you still maintaining it. So that never can go unsown. And that's another reason to be spotlighting you. What would you say to a young kid that's struggling to maintain his grades, but he want to be able to be on the honor roll, be able to be consistent in grades? What would you say to him?
I think definitely, like I said earlier, always put school first. But even like I know for some people and me most of the time, it can be hard to like ask people for help and like go to other people when you're struggling. But I think that's the most one of the most important things you can do really because obviously there's always going to be something that you don't know or that you can't do, and asking someone for help can be like the game changer and helping you get better grades.
Yeah. Can you share with us a memorable moment or achievement in thus far in your high school career?
I mean, I've really only been in high school for like 6 months or 9 months so far, but
Okay.
definitely in baseball, I was as a freshman, I got to go to Florida with the JV and varsity teams, which was pretty cool. I didn't really play much there, but it was just a fun experience to be like around the upperclassmen and get to just watch them play and watch their game, you know.
Yeah. So how is it with those teams out of town? Are they on a whole nother level? Like, was your team even competing? Was it a lot of people that you saying like, yeah, he gonna be in the pros? Like, how was it down there?
Yeah, we were doing actually pretty well. We ended up playing a bunch of teams from Ohio actually, so it was interesting, but I felt like the competition there wasn't that tough that we really didn't like stand a chance. Like I think we went like 2-4 or something like that. So it's pretty impressive to see because I mean when I used to play travel back before high school, when we used to go to like Florida or Myrtle Beach or wherever for a tournament, we would get destroyed. But for the high school, it seemed like everyone was pretty even, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah. What are some athletes that you look up to or you pattern your game after?
I mean, I've never really been like I've never watched sports. I guess I love playing sports, but I've never gotten into watching them. So I want to say I necessarily pattern myself off of athletes, but like there are some like notable ones. Like back in the day when Justin Fields played for Ohio State,
Yeah.
and in football, I liked him a lot, and I wanted to be like him because back then I also played quarterback for my middle school team. So that was probably a big inspiration for me, but. Now, I mean, I don't know. I try to do like all the hard work that a pro would do and try
Yeah.
to stay like on top of things, but I've never really looked up to one specific athlete, I guess.
Yeah. What does family mean to you and how do the family sticking by you, being there for you and the family support, how much has that helped you thus far?
It's been huge. Like I would never be at the place that I am right now without my family. Like I had my dad, he's coached me up from my first day of playing baseball to right now. And he coached all my teams before him. Even now that I'm in high school, I'll still like go hit with him on weekends and he'll like help me with my swing and better my game and stuff. So I don't think I would be where I am right now without him. And my mom's like my biggest fan. She's at all my games and stuff. So it's like great for moral support and stuff. I always feel better when she's there. So yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. What are your goals? in high school to do, whether it's academic or whether it's in sports? I know you only been in high school for a little bit, but are you setting yourself goals? Do you have some goals?
I think I definitely want to end up on the varsity teams for football and baseball someday. Like that's the main goal that I'm trying to reach with my athletics. As for academics, I really want to keep like good grades all throughout my 4 years here. So hopefully I can get like a scholarship or go to some good school.
Well, what would you say to a teammate that's down on himself, maybe striking out, maybe ain't had no hit in a couple days and couple games, and he's just looking down and sad. What would you say to that player?
I would say like, you gotta keep your head up, man. It's like we have this saying on our baseball teams, 1 second rule. So you get 1 second to be like down on yourself and mad after you do something, but then you gotta pick yourself back up because then you gotta support your teammates and it doesn't help anyone when you're down. It's over and done with, get to the next time.
Yeah, I like that. I might be showing my age with this question, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask: do y'all still share the field with Northview?
No, not anymore. We
Oh,
got separate fields now.
oh, to show my age. I remember we used to play, scrimmage both of the schools, and we was at the same place. So okay, that's good to know. Y'all got your own stuff.
Yeah.
Um, Whatever comes to your heart, give words of encouragement to a young athlete that's up and coming. Whatever comes to your heart.
Um, Geez. I mean, I would say always work hard, always do your best no matter what. Always stay focused on your goal. Like make yourself a goal that's something you want to get to and then never like forget that and stay focused until you reach it. Cause like having like something you're working towards, I think can really kind of focus the path that you want to go on, help you like better, I don't know, better reach it, I guess,
Yeah.
and like better yourself.
Yeah, you're a natural at this, JJ. We thank you. We spotlighting you for your hard work, your leadership, your academics, because you're not just an athlete, you're an academic athlete. So you will not only make all league, you'll make academic all league. And that's something that the schools, the colleges, and the coaches, the people that's going to come looking for you, that's what they're going to see first. The hard work and the consistency in your work, consistency in your school. So continue to be that great leader, keep putting in the hard work and keep excelling, and we spotlight you today for that. So the purpose of these videos, these interviews is for kids to see kids like yourself to be able to say, JJ got a 4.0. I want to shoot for that. I can do that. Just give motivation. JJ played both sports. I can do that. It's motivation. And I had a young kid and he was, getting his grades together. I interviewed him. He was like maybe in elementary, maybe like 8 years old. And I just seen two report cards. He's still on the honor roll ever since that interview. And it was just like motivation. So continue to be a shining light because it is kids in the Southview area and even in the middle schools that's looking up to you that you might don't know. Because every time you doing something, it's people watching you. So continue to do that and continue to be great. We appreciate you.
Thank you.